Hello, this is Renegade Reviews back for another VOD review. Today we are going to be doing an 1150 SR Moira Brigade player. This is a bronze, obviously. I know it says Doomfist in the title, but they only played Doomfist for like 2 or 3 minutes, so we're not really going to focus much on Doomfist this video. But other than that, let's get into the video. Alright, so we got Moira Farah. Not the best Farah map, but it's not a terrible one. Hopefully we get a Mercy if we're going to run a Farah. But sorry, my nose is a little clogged. Okay. Interesting. No one's picking their hero.
Hello there.
Greetings.
Okay, so we got Tracer for DPS. Alright. Ana? Okay. I don't... Okay, so you're in team chat, as I can see. That's helpful. But something I'd recommend, and this will help you in ranking up in your games, but I'd recommend buying a mic, because even if there's only like 1 or 2 people in team chat, just by you having a mic and calling out stuff like on a low, Reinhardt 1, I have my ult ready, Reaper flanking to the right, just stuff like that. You're giving your team a lot of information, and just by not having a mic, and this goes for anyone in any rank, by not having a mic, you're limiting both your team and yourself from potential information. I say yourself because if other people don't have a mic, then you're not getting all the information from all 6 points of view. So by not having a mic, you're limiting the entire team potential information that could even win games. Whether it's calling out, okay, I only want to use Farah ult and Graviton for this next team fight. That can help it instead of everyone popping their ult at once, and then you get rolled because now you have no more ultimates. But other than that, I just recommend getting a mic. I'd recommend Ana. I don't know how well Ana's gonna work. I'd recommend having either your Ana swap to a Mercy just for the Farah in this scenario. However, if you're not running a Farah, I'd recommend having an off healer such as a Lucio or a Zenyatta just for a defensive ult. Better than that, it's not looking too bad. Hopefully this duo queue picks tanks, but let's see. Yeah, let's get the point.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yeah, if you have a Farah, you should always try and run a Mercy. Like, no matter what. Alright, Farah, or Zarya. That's pretty good. Hopefully we get a Ryan with that. Alright, Reinhardt. I like that. I like that.
3, 2, 1. Attackers
Okay.
incoming. Defend objective A. Hurry up about it.
Okay, I have one thing to say right here. I like what you're doing, trying to throw in the damage orb just to get a little extra ult charge. That's good. What I don't like is the fact that you're not positioned in a good spot. You should be up on the little bars on the point where if I can rewind a little bit. Right here, you should be up in this area, the upstairs area, the high ground up here. You should be up there, and then you throw your damage orb into the enemy team, and on top you still get the same amount of ult charge. It's not going to change how much you get, but on top of getting your ult charge, you're also in a safe position. But let's get back to it. Okay, so you throw in your damage orb. Okay, this is an alert to get back. I have no idea what Hammond's doing. He's literally feeding right now. Oh, okay, yeah, you need to get out. Okay. Seems like you panic a little bit there with your fade. When you're using fade, you gotta always think about where you're gonna go. And right in this particular moment, up the stairs would have probably been a good idea. And then if you're still taking a lot of damage, you can throw yourself your little heal ball. But it's a very clean engagement. This is why you should be upstairs, and you wouldn't have to burn your fade, and you can just still be healing your team up there if they've taken any damage by now. Yeah, look. Throwing a damage orb's not bad. Just getting that little extra ult charge. Yeah. Yeah, I think, Ana died here because of you. And while that might sound weird, if you're positioned up on the high ground, you might have been able to help her with the Doomfist and potentially keep her from dying. Yeah, not bad. Make sure, yeah. Okay. You don't need to be shaking this much with your mouse, but... Yeah. Okay. Right now, your Reinhardt's low, and he's getting attacked by a Doomfist. Doomfist is one of Reinhardt's biggest counters. I know that, being a Reinhardt main. I absolutely hate it when the enemy has a Doomfist on their team, because he can just knock you around and cancel you out a lot. Your focus right now needs to be trying to get the Reinhardt on point, heal the Reinhardt up on point, rather than trying to chase a Hammond. Because if we're being realistic right now, you're not going to be able to kill the Hammond. Hammond has 600 health plus adaptive shield if he decides to pop it. Your biotic grasp for Moira only does 50 damage per second. If we do the math right there, that would take 12 seconds just to kill Hammond. And you could be using those 12 seconds instead to be healing your team. So yeah, just keep Reinhardt up. When Reinhardt dies, the fight's a lot. Okay, so it seems like Doomfist got you there. I kind of wish we could see the kill cam there, so we could have known what to do better there. Alright. Yeah, it looks like you lost the point already. So I hope this doesn't mean you're a DPS Moira. Hopefully not. Alright, you should back up. You're not going to be able to get a pick on the Doomfist. I know you want to help out Ana, but this is not a good time. Alright, it seems like you're backing up now. I have no idea. Okay. If you're ever in a situation like that, please don't run towards the point. Please don't run closer towards the enemy like Doomfist was there.
Group up with me.
Okay.
My ultimate is ready to be on.
That's good. That's good that you have coalescence real soon. Heal Ryan. Heal Ryan. Yeah. It seems like you have a tendency to tunnel vision. But to be fair, that is pretty common for a lot of people in bronze. Okay. Okay, so it looks like... Yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah. The times you should be using Biotic Grasp, and this is a good time to use Biotic Grasp. You need to use it to refill your healing bar, just like you're doing right now, or you need to be trying to finish off a really low health enemy if your team is healed up. But other than that, alright, yeah, just keep your team healed up. Oh, yeah, you got... Okay, I'm not sure what you're doing here. You saw Reinhardt go in and charge someone, but you're not healing them. That's kind of a problem here. Okay, pop Coalescence here. I want you to pop Coalescence here. You might not get them up, but right now, it looks like your team's in a really bad spot. 4 people are shattered. 1, 2, 3, 4 people are shattered by that. There's a soldier right there. Popping Coalescence and hoping to keep the team up would probably be a good idea. Even if like 1 or 2 people get picked, it's better than all 4 of them getting picked. And maybe you can get a little extra damage in there to help them kill. Okay, so you did pop Coalescence. A little late, but you did pop it. Yeah. Okay.
When faced with a setback, we must challenge our assumptions. Your power is mine. Round 1 complete.
Okay.
Score
This isn't very good.
2-2. Switching sides.
Ah, there's 3 seconds off of the holy number. That sucks.
Prepare to attack.
Okay, so it looks like... I think this is where you play Brig? Yeah, this is. Okay. Alright. Goldilocks Brig right here. I'm not gonna lie, I actually think her hair looks a little weird in that skin. Blonde hair just doesn't really fit for Brig. I don't know. At least not like that. Okay, so it looks like hopefully the last two go tank. It's always a something I recommend. Always try to run 2-2-2 if possible. It's one of the easiest compositions to run. Just to have like 2 supports, 2 tanks, 2 damage. It really helps. Like it just really synergizes with everything. And you won't find that in a lot of bronze games. So just being able to flex is really helpful. Alright, so we're just gonna fast forward this a little bit. We don't need to be. Alright. Alright.
Let's get a move on. Come over here. My will made real.
Okay. Yeah, keep your shield up. Oh, yeah, good sound, Hammond. Okay. Seems like you were getting a little wild flailing around there with your mouse. I don't know if you just have a really high sensitivity, but when you're trying to engage, we're gonna go back a little bit. You see, so you're trying to engage on Hammond. Sound was good, but you're like really shaking your mouse a lot. When in reality, you just had to let the you were flailing your mouse a lot. When really you got a weapon, let your flail do the flailing for you instead of your mouse. Like here, you did it again. Okay, we should not be pushing in. So many reasons why. So I know he's not there anymore, but Reinhardt was dead. If you go back, like honestly, just like yeah. So oh, what the heck? Yeah. So we go in. Reinhardt's dead right there. Reaper dies there too. This should be a signal for you to back out right now because you're fighting a 4v6. In reality, you're not just gonna win a 4v6. You need to. It seems like you do not know the cues of when to back out of a team fight. A 5v6 is one thing. Like if you're already engaging, I would still try to keep the fight up because maybe you can pick on them and even it out. But anything less than a 5v6, you should just like right here. You see a lot of people have died within this area. This should be another cue, considering the kill feed also, to back out. You're not gonna be able to go in and get a pick, and you're not gonna save anyone because everyone's dead. All right, so basically, sorry for the pause. I had to go answer some questions. But basically, so what I was getting back to is right here. This is a good cue. There are some good cues that you shouldn't be pushing in. 3 people are down. Make that 4. What's the hamster? It's literally you and someone else. I'm not sure where they are. Alone. There's enemies right here. This is a good time to show that you should not be pushing in for a team fight. So basically, let's continue the clip. Yeah, so you pretty much killed yourself there, and by this you're throwing by feeding them ult charge right here. So that was a good time that you shouldn't have engaged when you did anyways. Something you need to work on is reading cues of when to engage and disengage from a team fight. It seems like you lost Doomfist there. Alright, so looks like you're going in. Alright, so there's a lot you can read from right here. And this section I'm gonna spend a lot on because there's a lot of mistakes being made. So here's the first one. So you're fighting soldier, and you're like flailing your ult. Ooh, what's that? We're gonna go back just so it's a little more clear. So here you are engaging in the team fight at the team as you should be. You're going after a soldier. He gets charged away by the Reinhardt, and here you are again flailing. And this is what you were doing wrong. You lost track of him. And I remember here I'm gonna go into Minecraft for a little bit, just an example. Someone in a recent video commented that I should get an EpiPen, but I don't have that right now. So for now we're just gonna use Minecraft as a little substitute since I play Overwatch on my Xbox. But basically, so this is what I'm gonna turn down the volume just because Minecraft is a little loud. Basically, here's the witch. Here's the witch / soldier. The way you're engaging is you're flailing around your lot. You're like flailing around a lot, and then you're like kind of hitting him. When in reality, this is how you should be. So if you're Brig with your little diamond sword / flail, and the witch is soldier, you should be engaging just by keeping your crosshair on the witch / soldier and not just freaking out and flailing it everywhere. But like that, that's another good example of how you should engage. Not like this. Because on top of that, you're probably confusing yourself. I assume that there have been many games that you've played where you just like lost it and just like sporadic. You're going sporadic and out of control, and you probably lost track of the enemy. And maybe they possibly killed you when you could easily, when you could just like kill him. You can kill him a lot quicker if you're just like being calm and just keeping your crosshair on the enemy. I don't know if this example in Minecraft really helps. But it's I don't know. Just leave a comment if you still have questions. I want to know if that Minecraft example helped at all. But anyways, so the second example in this clip is you got 2 picks. You got one on your Doomfist. You got one on your Brig. Reinhardt seems to be doing some work for your team right here. Moira pop Coalescence to try and keep your Hammond and your Reinhardt up. And for some reason, you pop Rally. Despite already winning the team fight, you're at a 4v6. Your tanks were still being healed up, but you popped Rally for whatever reason, and by this you threw away your Rally. So something to watch out for in the future is when you do and don't pop your ults. All right, good boop on the Hammond. Yeah, try and send Hammonds and Doomfist as much as you can. Alright. Alright, I like that. Oh, just a little tip of advice. If your team member needs healing, and there are enemies nearby on Brig, if you swing Hammonds, if you hit Hammond's mines, it triggers your Inspire or the passive healing you get with Brig. So just by hitting Hammond's mines, you can heal your own teammates. Just something I thought I would point out there. Okay, so we need to be stunning Hammond. Yeah, just try and follow where he is better. Alright. Yeah, focus Supercharger. Whenever you're playing Brig or Reinhardt, this also goes for Reinhardt, focus on Supercharger. Because there have been many times in my ranked games where we lost a fight. Because Supercharger gives the enemy team so much more potential to do more damage. There have been many times where I've lost fights because they popped a Supercharger. We had to disengage completely. So try and focus down Supercharger as much as you can. That kind of goes for any hero. Except for a few exceptions like Mercy and Moira. Yeah, try and stun Doomfist. Good, I like that. Something that you're doing, this is a good time. So, something right you're doing right here is whenever Doomfist is ready to punch, I like it that you're ready to stun him. That way it cancels out the punch. So on top of you not dying, it keeps that potential teammate from dying if he was actually going for someone else. And also, this is also a good time to pop Rally, because in times like these, when the enemies are stalling, you need to make sure you capture the point. And this is because this is the last battle, pop everything you can. Not at once, but pop everything you need to keep the team fight going. Yeah, don't flail as much.
Surrender to my will.
Oh, just get Roadhog.
Pass into the iris.
Alright. Good engagement there. Yeah, here you are doing it again. Filling your mouse.
Score.
Okay, we're just gonna skip this part. Alright, so you pick Brig again.
Feeling better? From afar. I'm taking damage. Giving you a little
Yeah. Yeah. Try and track where the enemy. Yeah, something you have trouble with is tracking where the enemies are. Don't lose track of where the enemy goes. Yeah, stun Doomfist. Yeah. All right, good time to brawl. Just brawl. Your team seems to be on point. Just keep brawling. Get Doomfist. Focus on Doomfist because he's one. I like that. Yeah, stop flailing around so much. Something you should be focusing is try and focus supports down, because supports are giving the enemy team sustainability. So the best thing you can do right here is focus down Moira. I mean, she's gonna be the one giving them sustainability. Okay, so we let Baby D.Va go, and this does bite your ass later down the line, but we'll get back to that later. Whenever a target is won, you can't just switch targets. I don't know if you thought she died or not, but you need to. But you can't just swap a target because you want to. You need to make sure to finish the target you're already fighting and then swap to someone else. And because of this, D.Va already got her mech back and can stall even longer, giving your team less time when the enemy team already has a time advantage. Yeah. Right there, we could have just been a little more, we could have been a little more aware of where the enemies are. Alright.
This might need a few adjustments. Thanks. I'm on fire. Attack the point.
Objective A captured.
Alright.
Group up with
Commence attack on objective B.
Oh. It looks like you don't know the map as well as you thought you did.
Meteor strike.
Yeah, it's a good time. When I was gonna say, if you were over there, stun Doomfist the second he gets out of his meteor strike.
Come over here.
And watch out for meteor strikes. You are in space after all.
Come over here. My ultimate is ready. My ultimate is charging.
Yeah, don't stun off the edge. You need to see that. Yeah, see, yeah, you do have a tendency to lose track of where the enemies are. Okay, focus down Doomfist to help your Reinhardt because Doom is a great Rein counter. Okay, so you died here, but there were a few things you could have done better. So on top of you need to be being aware of where the enemies are at. It seems to be a big issue with you. You lost track of where Doomfist was, and because of that, he punched you in the wall, and you weren't able to get him down, helping out your Reinhardt. My bad. You need to be a little more aware of where the enemies are. Like try and not lose track of it. I don't really know. Like there isn't much you can do just other than just like get more experience, but try not to lose track of where the enemies
Group
are.
up with me. Fixated. Get behind surrender.
I stopped.
Meteor strike.
Yeah, watch out for Doom. Yeah, stun him. Something you should have done here is you should have stunned him the second you got out of Mirror Strike. But dang, it looks like it could potentially save you from dying there.
Meteor strike.
Yeah, it looks like you guys don't have a lot of time.
Come over here. Group up with me.
10 seconds.
Oh, that sucks.
Thanks. Armoring you up. Come over here.
Overtime.
Group up with me.
Yeah, I always hated wedge. Looks like if you just had a few more seconds, you guys might have held that, or at least stalled out for a little bit.
3-2. Switching sides.
Okay.
Prepare your
Okay, so it looks like you
defenses.
pick Moira again.
Select your hero.
We're gonna wait for them to pick their heroes, and then we're just gonna fast forward. So VV returned, which is good. Ah, the dreaded private profile.
Hello there. Group up with me. Hello.
Now
Okay, so we're gonna fast forward.
did a good job.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Okay. When I was talking about at the beginning how you need to throw in your damage orb up from the high ground, this is exactly where you should do it.
Defend objective A.
Alright. Seems like it's a little early, but still not bad.
Engaged.
Just a tad bit too early. Yeah, don't fall. Yeah. Yeah, you need to watch out. You can't fall off ledges just like that. I know you want to throw in your damage orbs, but you need to do it from a high ground just like you were.
I'm being attacked.
Okay. May's death, you couldn't have done anything there. It was a Reinhardt charge after all. It's just an instant kill. But Reaper killing your Reinhardt here, you could have saved. Because by Mercy, if Mercy was healing Reinhardt, you could have been healing your team. Reaper would have been just attacking your whole team. But if you were up here to heal your team and the Reinhardt, you could have potentially saved him from dying. And because you have 2 picks now, the enemy team has a big advantage and can take the point. So you need to be watching out, sticking with your team as much as you can. Because of this, you're going to lose the point. Now, I don't want to sound rude when I say this, but you lost the point because you messed up right here and made a mistake.
I must reflect upon this. Group up with me. We must protect the objective.
Yeah. So, another time to queue when the team fight is over. 2 people are down. 3 people are on point. It's literally you and May. May is about to die right here. I think that's May at least. The point is almost captured. 2 people are still respawning. And you don't know where the other people are. This is a good cue that you need to back out of the team fight because you're not going to win. And I think you died here if I remember correctly. But because you died here, sure the respawn times are quicker now. Like if you like if you lose the point, but by dying there you were feeding the enemy ult charge. And like letting them charge their ultimates a lot quicker.
I will draw the strength from your body.
That's okay. Yeah, just try and keep your team up.
Surrender.
Okay, so popping coalescence here is a bad idea, and there's a few reasons why. So, keeping up your team, that's not the bad idea. What you should be doing is Soldier's gonna right here. He's just gonna kill you immediately. Your coalescence is not gonna out like your self healing from coalescence will not out heal the Soldier ultimate. What you should have done is you should have just like thrown your healing orbs and your healing juice, trying to keep your teammates up. And after Soldier kills you, when you come out, you can pop your coalescence to keep the remaining teammates up. Not sure where the enemies are. Yeah, the Doomfist swap, I don't know why he swapped to Doomfist here. Keeping the Moira would have been a better idea.
I need healing. Thank you. I have found the Thank you.
Alright.
Time to raise my Dein Schutzengel ist da.
Oh, yeah, good engagement. Good engagement on the air chat. Yeah, let's go get back to point. Build C9. Good pick on soldier. The Doomfist seems to be working alright. You built up your own. Oh, yeah, be careful. Reaper does kind of counter Doomfist in a way, so you gotta be careful when fighting Reapers. Another tip of advice, you can't... with Doomfist, your survivability and damage relies completely on your abilities. You can't just burn all of your abilities at once like you did right here.
Group up with me.
Because right now you're vulnerable and you can't do damage until your abilities come back. Alright. So you did kill Reaper here, was good. But it was kind of a lucky pick.
Thanks. Get behind rising beast. Meteor strike ready to be unleashed. Meteor strike.
Yeah, get Diva. Another thing you should do is Meteor Strike. Meteor Strike is a good ability to use to disengage from a fight. You did do that right here. Buy it, which is good. Yeah, so get Diva out of mech. That's good. Okay. What you should have done here instead is getting Diva out of mech. That was a good idea. What you're doing is you're engaging, going in further, potentially giving them extra ult charge and feeding even more. If you kept Diva out of mech, Diva wouldn't have been a threat for probably like a good 30 seconds or something, depending on how fast she builds up her ult. Like, they might as well be down a player if Baby Diva's up. They didn't feed ult charge here, but it still was you still could have possibly fed ult charge.
Group up with me.
60 seconds.
Yeah, you need to get back with your team. You can't be out here like this. Because by this, if the enemy team gets back here sooner, they can just focus you down. You're feeding them ult charge. Yeah, this is precisely why I want you to get back, because now you're just feeding the enemy team ult charge.
I've got you in my sights.
Yeah, Moira pick would be a lot better than Doom.
Science will reveal.
Die.
This will heal you.
Alright.
Ominous potent.
Heroes never die.
Okay. Yeah, just try and stall as long as you can. Yeah, just stall as long as you can. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can win this. Okay. Alright. So, I do like the GG there. I do like the GG there. It's good sportsmanship. Always try and be a good sport, even after a loss. But let's talk about what you could have worked on. This game was not all your fault. Your teammates could have easily done more. But I think that goes for every game. Rarely there's a game where the entire loss is just on one person's shoulders. But let's talk about what you could have done differently that could have possibly turned the tide of battle. Something that you're flailing your mouse. You flailing your mouse a lot. It seems to be a bit of a problem for you. I don't know if it's like you have a weird sensitivity or like a tremor, something like that. I don't know if it's a medical thing, like a tremor, or just a bad sensitivity, bad muscle memory. I don't know what the case for it is, but try not to flail your mouse as much, because in the end, it's just going to bite your ass. That's the biggest thing that I'd work on. Second thing is being aware of the tide of battle and where the enemies are. There are several times in the clips. Here, actually, let's see if we can find a little, like, your stats at the end. Let's see if you pull that. Okay, here we go. You died 13 times that game. I want to say that at least, I want to say like 4 or 5 deaths. Yeah, something like 4 or 5 deaths. You probably could have only died like, if you could have died 4 or 5 less times just by being more aware. And what I mean, like, watching out for Reinhardt charges, not engaging in lost team fights, and basic stuff along those lines. It seems like you need to be very aware of where your teammates are and how many teammates you have up. Looking at watching the kill feed, thankfully you have it on. I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't have it on for whatever reason. Having the kill feed on, looking around the battlefield to see who's respawning, are very good. Are going to be the keys that are going to give you. That are going to be the tips that give you, should I engage? Yes or no. And if you have two or more teammates already down, the answer will be no. You should not engage. There are many times in this video where you engaged in team fights that were already lost. Another thing I'd recommend is knowing when to pop your ult. I'm gonna see if I can try and find the spot. I think this was it. Something. No. Oh no, it wasn't here. It was I can't remember. I can't remember where it was. Yeah, I can't remember where it was, but when you pop when you popped Rally at the same time your Coalescence, when it's already a 6v4, was not a good time to pop your Briggle, because what you've already won the team fight. So by popping your Rally, you're just wasting your ultimates. You need to overall you need to work on not filling your mouse as much. Reading the cues of when to pop your ult. Is the team fight? Are you already winning the team fight? You were there. Are you? Do you have more picks than they do? Yes. It was a 6v4, and cues like that should tell you if you should pop your ult or not. You popped your ult when you shouldn't have. And again, just be more aware of where the enemies are. And overall, I think if you try and follow my my advice I gave to you, you should be winning more ranked games. But overall, this is a Renegade Review.